I do think the map set definitely helps them in terms of Saki being out of. They're 2-0 on that map. They have Colossus in the bag. They feel comfortable there, and the Den has been a go-to for them throughout the season. So map pool probably in the best spot it's been for LA Thieves, and also Search and Destroy.
Can we get a full screen on HyDra? I'm getting John Wick vibes today. The man is looking dark and mysterious. He's got the hoodie on. The mustache is rocking. Where can HyDra cause problems across Den, Gridlock, and Scar? Those are our first three.
The game 5. I mean, seriously.
Seriously, can we please get there?
Oh, shout out production. There it is.
Dang.
My
The
solo.
lighting's just really low.
What is the vibe check here?
Double hand warmer. He looks like he's calm and at peace.
Yeah, he looks comfy.
And it is about that time of the year where people start turning into Paco's tacos.
And
What?
I drove Alexis into work today. You were wearing Oakley's. They have both those sponsors on their jersey. It is a sign.
He's
Going
laughing
LA Thieves
already.
today. It's all about the upsets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go OpTic. I feel like I gotta see it to believe it from LA.
I don't know why I didn't go OpTic here, because that's what my brain's telling me, but
You want to switch? I mean, you switched last time.
the universe. Are you gonna go LA?
No, I'm going to go Greenwall.
Well, then I'll stay LA. Let's get weird.
Sure.
Time to catch up. We got Shift and Study on the mic.
Yeah, coming out strong on a map like Den, where OpTic on a 5-game win streak is ideal if they want to be the deciding factors in this series. But already into the P when we go. OpTic starting off with every single gunfight in the feed for early control and soaking up a lot of time off of it.
Yeah, indeed. LA trying to just hold things back again, not letting the map get too out of hand. And aBeZy's going to take down 3. A lot of low health pools in front of him, but still 3 in a row is impressive to say the least. Huke around the back, already showing his presence, but Nium cannot step Paul to find the gunfight win. So it's not a scrap to find the trade. He will secure it. Back over to the hard point, though. aBeZy and HyDra continue to get time going for LA. Great stuff here, and that'll be a lead swap now in favor of the Thieves.
Yeah, both these teams are fantastic when they are properly set up, locking down these HPs. So who's going to be better in the breaking aspect is truly going to be the difference maker here, because OpTic now have their first and 10 in front of them. No one towards the back line of P2. Everyone trying to rally their way through the front. You got to check your corners, and it's Shotzzy who finds the opening, but quickly trades.
Scrap will put some damage into not just one, but also a second number of Heelys. Off the region, pistol out, able to find a second. Now reloading back into the play comes the rest of the OpTic members off spawn, and they're going to clean things up. Shotzzy finds the final 3, and OpTic will have the break.
That's a very clean break there from OpTic on their first attempt. There's 35 seconds still left to play with, and you still know that Thieves are going to be towards the back lines, but aBeZy with the frag finds that opening that you were looking for. Dashy only with 23 HP, instantly going to be traded, and Shotzzy again has to make Shotzzy plays. He can only take down 3. Thieves get the break.
Mercules, though, a little finesse on the exit through couches. Good for 1. Can't keep the gun, though, to anticipate this second, and Nium will clear out that final couches push to keep Thieves in for the scrap time. About a 40-point game as we rotate over to New. And both sides of the hard point being locked down right now by OpTic. Dashy for 1. Get into the early time at 3.
The middle is already in favor of LA. They're just not winning the gunfights to take more space away. Mercules and Huke already combining for 2. Now you have mid secured. Now you're forcing all of these to try to break through Cabo, and they do find 2.
Yeah, oh, that's a nice little shoulder following up with the gunfight for HyDra. Mercules mid-map, able to lock things down, gets Shotzzy into the play, leaving Scrap by himself, and he is in a 1v3. There's no way he can finesse his life there. So brilliant recovery, good hold, mainly from Mercules in particular. So a chance for OpTic to get this back to within single digits, and LA will try to hit one more time and play through the exit over to New.
Yeah, they just continuously have to flood their way through Cabo because you can't work through mid. That's why Scrap is taking his sweet time, trying to contest on that angle while his teammates are applying the pressure on the opposite, but it's only 10 seconds remaining at this HP. OpTic are aware of it, gonna start to play a little bit safer towards Dragon, but 2 players do contest that ult, and now you're gonna spawn all the way across the map.
She's still alive in the back. Shotzzy joining off of that off spawn will make sure OpTic can at least retain the spawns. But now the battle very quickly over towards the front side of the hard point. HyDra clears out the middle of the map. Not gonna get a second though. OpTic with the numbers, and even more so as Huke will finish off aBeZy, and OpTic now with their first stable hold around 4.
Yeah, this HP for OpTic Texas has been the catalyst of the reason why they are on 5 in a row on this map. A 92% chance at locking this one down. And you can see Thieves haven't been able to break through the front. Only 24 seconds left. You can't contest towards the back line because everything is being watched. And you are just forfeiting a full 60 hold at the money here for OpTic.
And just look at the takeover right now from Shotzzy. 19-9. Should get a 20th here, as the last player alive in HyDra was low, but Huke will beat him to the punch. And now Shotzzy will work on an early route to see if he can put some pressure on the backside, technically, of this P1, but Scrap a little bit wiser to it, will lock that down in an opportunity bleeding that they just faced over towards P4.
Yeah, but you already took care of Shotzzy on that long right. Are you going to expect Huke to hit the same exact thing? Because he's working to potentially flip these spawns, but you spot him if you are Scrap. You're going to disengage from that engagement and keep him just stayed on that side of the map while you go back and help your team to lock down mid. LA take the lead again.
Yeah, now it's just down to can they hold around this setup, though, because here comes OpTic with the map positioning in their favor on their break attempt. Good first from aBeZy. Nium shut down inside the hard point, so OpTic will gain some time. LA trying to quickly hit from the front, but nade stuns all landing, and there's just no way they can challenge from that close U-turn heady. So OpTic reclaim the lead, and with 15 seconds, they're also looking good for rotation to New.
Yeah, LA need to start figuring out how to work in sync on these break opportunities, because 2 times they desperately needed it, and it was both times they get shut down immediately. So now spawns flip. OpTic in the driver's seat to lock down this P2. Nium does find a kill, though, on the player. Get another life to instantly be back into play.
Timing on this elimination would be key in LA. We'll find 3 straight kills. They'll flip the spawns. They'll get the hard point on the same break effort. OpTic now spawning all the way out towards backside Dragon. Nium locking things down through the rooftops, but in a little bit of trouble here. Doesn't cleanly find the first action, so aBeZy is called into the play. He's going to find one. Now has to turn back quickly as OpTic are setting up pitch through couches. Nice lineup as aBeZy will collateral for a double. 4 in a row for him in LA. Looking good for the scrap 20.
Yeah, this is a lockdown, man. Backside secure. We already pushed out the front and found 2 kills, and now we wrap back to take care of couches for a full 60 hold, and now aBeZy on 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Blowing the game wide open, up by 30, almost 40 points as we head back over to P3. If he can earn himself a health start, that would have been a difference maker, but Shotzzy shuts him down, and now OpTic again set up here at the next one.
Yeah, it's always to be met by Huke. They do find the elimination, so a chance here for Thieves as we jump into an LA. Listen in.
Last 2 guys. Nice, guys.
We took this. Hold this side. Hold this side. Push cams out.
Yeah, I have cams.
Yo, team shot with me.
I'm trying. I saw one.
Let the cams. Let the cams, guys. Nice.
I got needed.
I'll get to mid. Yo, wait, he chopped in or he chopped in.
I put this good.
Nick,
Dead one more on me. Trying to help Bernie.
Stay alive, Bernie.
I follow you, okay?
I'll see him flying at you.
I need over.
I have the whole front. Be careful, Master.
I'll see him right.
I have all the maps.
Yo, Miko went in. Miko went in. I'm gonna spawn out, boys. I'm gonna spawn out. They're spawning. We're spawning out. Two there.
Yo, I'm playing patio. Look at the back. I'll kill one in the back, guys.
Nice. Stay alive, Jay.
I'm like in the back.
That mid, okay?
Nothing shot me out in the back. Yo, what's shot me out in the back?
Where?
Yo, he's like back right, Pat. Like, in the back.
Back right.
Nice,
Yo,
guys.
absolute or Trevor.
Seven.
Gonna go to time.
I'll see him right. Check your back right. Check your back right.
I'll see him back right.
I picked up his nade.
What
was that? Last guy.
Hit once.
Last guy. He could go small.
Go to the back.
I'm in the back. Yo, he's in the maps.
Someone bump me time.
I'm one shot.
Someone bump me.
I can't bump you.
I'll see him in map.
He's in the map. I have your server.
Two.
I'll see him bang in.
I'm pitching.
One more split out. Weak. Nice. One more out.
Stay alive. Nice, I'm staying in. I have all of dinner. I have all the dinner, guys.
Big 15, boys. Big 15.
Get time.
I got it.
Nothing can you go. Yo, I'm hitting through.
From couches, I'm one shot.
I'll kill the guys.
Take our time, boys. Take our time.
Yo,
Work the
Brandon's
kill. We got
Such a great rotation from Thieves, even though it started off horribly. They had 2 players die at the old time, so then you spawn all the way across the map. HyDra, who was early off the rotation to P4, actually jumps off the map, but then the rookie, Nium, stays alive towards Plat, finds one gunfight, allows him to still apply pressure towards the backside, and then eventually not allow OpTic to get fully set up the way that they wanted to. So Thieves, off the back of the rookie making big plays, allows them to have this 30-point lead.
Well, opportunity for OpTic to start to cut into that deficit right here on P1, and they've done so successfully to this point. Shotzzy off the regen finds HyDra. He's responsible for this mid-cut. Dashy spawning close by seems to think that Shotzzy should be safe, but Nium will put him down. That possibly starting to change hands a touch here as LA move back over towards the hard point. Nice peppering shots from Mercules, but shut down as Nium continues to be an absolute impact when LA need him most. 218, 197 over to P2. OpTic scrambling with spawns all over the map.
Yeah, Shotzzy, you quickly take care of him if you are aBeZy, and this has been the hill, the go-to hill for LA. Winning the rotations, being the team for early on to find that very quick break for a good chunk of time. They only need 25 seconds, and they already have the read, and OpTic towards the back.
Yeah, late trophy comes in for Scrap. That's going to help out on this defense from the back. Nium 4 in a row. One more player still spawning close in Mercules. Shotzzy not out of the picture, but needs to start to move quickly as Mercules is shut down on couches, just trying to get into position. Nium also on the cutoff from the backside of Garage, but there's a double from Dashy. He's got to do it all himself, but he won't be able to. aBeZy for 3. Last attempt has to go by way of the back stairs. Mercules is able to give you 2. Nium, do you have the final punch for us? He's low, he's weak, waiting for help. He's got it nearby. HyDra's on the corner. There's the shoulder, waiting to see if HyDra can finish it off, but Dashy gets a double, and we're going to see another hard point. It's a foot race to see if they can find aBeZy.
And aBeZy's just looking to guarantee at least 1 kill, but his teammates are already getting cut down through the middle. The feed is red. LA are going to take map 1.
Wow, what a map. Very back and forth throughout a lot of it. One in return, but I'm not planted behind this either. So 40 seconds on the clock here, and Shotzzy's going to get a read that there's an exit.
Yeah, OpTic is just trying to trap them, but they're able to isolate the gunfight onto Shotzzy. Now the man advantage for LA. Still trying to scout for some more information. aBeZy knocked down to 17 HP. You're going to invest the smoke grenade and get out, but Huke finds one.
A little shoulder with a knife out for Dashy. Reed clears out that bottom ice cream position. HyDra caught, takes a little bit of damage, but aBeZy's there to find one on the backside of the play. Just down to Dashy for the 1v2. Pistol out. Another tag comes through, but a lot more work to be done here. Off the reload. Ooh, don't like the look of that. 8 seconds. Did Dashy find a way to take the planter off the map? No. We'll reset to 43, and Dashy's still locking things down with his pistol.
Yeah, he's not even thinking about picking up an NPC off the floor. Running around with the Jaeger, so 9 bullets in the clip. Gonna locate the first guy, hit the reload, and have to jump on him.
No chance. HyDra delayed OpTic in response to LA, honestly, manipulating the map in every single way they wanted to. Nium gonna kick us off, though, defensively for round 2 with an opening snipe. That has OpTic reeling a bit early in this early 3v4, but Dashy, how much has he seen towards A? Because this is a wide open site right now, and a post plant set up at A at a 3v4 is not the worst news in the world.
Yeah, if you're LA, you just don't want to show face, though. You want to have continuously OpTic playing the guessing game.
Whoops.
Nade is going to bounce back, not going to connect onto anything, but bomb is now going to get invested at this A site.
Yeah, but you don't know what information is in front of you here with that nade not being able to connect. Scrap finds one. Dashy stunned, locked into place. No problem there for Nium. Leaving it down to Merc for what had to be a 1v4. He's found the first, gonna get the second. Steps away for a moment, but HyDra is just able to find the wallbang before Mercules can get out of there. So quick, second level starts to be developed here for OpTic's defense, but Scrap finds the kill into Huke. And now LA, kind of like they had done in round number 1, are trying to re-wrap back over to isolate the defense, and Mercules will be traded back. So LA just kind of keep playing this little cat and mouse game through mid. OpTic were able to take control of the first defense by way of Dashy's 1v2, but they're going to rely on guessing correctly here in round 3 by just double stacking around A.
Time is still ticking. And the mind games again for the Thieves. You're going to force them now to be split on their setup, but Shotzzy's in a very good spot.
Bomb being planted by HyDra. Shotzzy not going to check initially. Can he find the exit? Wanted to trigger discipline, and still is able to find the one. So here we go again. Deja vu potentially. 1v2 for Dashy. Pistol out and in hand. He's going to find the first freely. Still has plenty of shots remaining. Little shoulder gives him the information. Swaps over to the NPC. So LA are just defensively going to try to keep their lives through small and wait for HyDra to get back to the play, but they're not allowed to. Merc, Dashy, both just continuing to push forward, but there is a counter trade into play. HyDra gives himself a chance at the reigning 1v2.
And they're not going to waste any time. Going to get this bomb planted. And force HyDra to come to them.
You will not find contact here. There's one shoulder from Huke. Smoke trying to force OpTic out of position. And now HyDra makes his move. Timing-wise, he's gotten around, but OpTic are confident that no one's on for the defuse. Now it's just down to one, and Huke is going to be seen on the return back. HyDra predicts that Huke will just come back here, saying maybe he's just playing bait and switch on that little bit of info gathering, but not the case. And now HyDra is going to run out of time, as he's not quite going to be able to get back to the bomb in time. Things reset, and LA will hold their 4v3.
Gather some information of Dashy towards back mid. Would have loved to get the kill, but not gonna work your way over towards B. I don't know if they invested a stunner or a nade that draw the attention on that side of the map, but now B's wide open.
Yeah. It's going to lead to a 4v3 post plant. aBeZy watching the pitch. Nium scope out. Mercules just from front. Grandma's is able to find Scrap on the exit from the plant. So now that kind of makes a mess of this post plant just a touch. LA are a little bit separated. No one's able to find Huke through mid-market. So now all of a sudden he's put pressure on the pinch. You don't know where the rest of OpTic are right now if you're Thieves. You're just playing flat out response, and Huke, shoulder damage, no. HyDra, aBeZy, both finding their wands. Mercules trying to sneak something away. Now has to play for the kills. Catches the first, over the side. Try to return to this as aBeZy. Little finesse off the pillars, just playing the clock, and that will work out for LA.
Well around that bomb site, and aBeZy with his finesse game allows LA to take the lead again.
3 in a row for aBeZy, 4-man hit for OpTic with the trophy system in support of this push. And Shotzzy will once again fully take showers. No crazy routes this time for LA. Staying safe. Backside rock guard. HyDra, lots of damage and forces Shotzzy to put the nade away. And he's just going to walk right in for one. aBeZy gets the second.
Oh my.
And LA just absolutely strategic on the timing of the retake through back rocks and small street. But Scrappy's already found Dashy over towards the top of A, leading to an immediate plant. HyDra's got his head on a swivel, watching both kind of pinch routes at the same time. And his timing is not ideal, but he's still able to find Shotzzy. Huge win. 4v2. Huke stuck over towards the backside of rocks, can't get through. Mercules going to be found out over towards rock, but at least able to get one and stay alive. 30 seconds for the remainder of this 1v3.
Yeah, you would have loved to save that frag to give yourself a better chance here. But time is still ticking, and not a single player from Thieves is in a scam spot. They're playing for the bait and switch.
Wow.
Mercules isn't going to get anything done in LA now at game
Round
point.
1 for LA. It's just HyDra initially through right screen, but he will move out. What a challenge from aBeZy. Just hops into Grandma's house to find one, which happens to be the bomb carrier. So now you have to see if Mercules could pull some attention and get Dashy around the back for a free pinch. He may catch the timing onto one. Just comes down to where do you go from here, especially with aBeZy already shooting back. They'll deal with it, and now they know Mercules is likely playing somewhere front Grandma's.
Yeah, but he is going to have a chance here because HyDra and aBeZy are going to be spread. So you need to try to isolate these gunfights, but with 35 seconds, you also got to be thinking about this OBJ. Neither player from LA giving him anything to work with, so this is just guess who.
Now Mercules will commit for the plant. aBeZy does not have that Hellstorm yet, so he will have to play this the old-fashioned way. A little bit of info there for HyDra. aBeZy following up, and he might just have one more bullet to find over the fall, and leaving Dashy maybe on an opportunistic island to still play his life, but he will drop. LA will have a chance to recover the map, but Scrap cannot get to red before OpTic spawn, essentially right in front of him. So a mixy moment here that LA honestly need to put a response to as DNP resets back to mid.
Yeah, they're just taking their time finding out of their spawn. Your lead blockers who are trying to hit these routes get taken care of. Now everyone needs to value that like even more, but Dashy and Shotzzy combined for 3 in the feed. HyDra just needs to try to slow down this play because this is going to be OpTic getting on the board first.
Yeah, that's just a really tough circumstance. You can kind of see the surprise from Scrap's player cam when he was trying to get the rotation. It's over the top through P5 are landing though. And you will get an extra kill from HyDra at mid-map, but it may not make enough of a difference as Nium will very fortunately find the kill in the timing which he does, because LA will spawn up to make sure that A stays safe.
Yeah, you didn't allow Nium to drop there, and then OpTic to be the aggressors on the backside of green and then spawn you over towards Motel for a very quick cap, but the two moves might work out, especially if Mercules wins that one-on-one, because Dashy stayed alive the entire time over towards plane and was just manipulating.
No, just kidding, actually. Everyone else still pushed through plane side, and now all of a sudden over towards Motel we go. Huke, one more bullet needed, able to find Scrap. LA still holding on to some mid-map control, so no need to panic yet if you're a Thieves fan, but at the moment, OpTic are well in control of how the map's being played out tempo-wise.
Yeah, you're going to force Thieves to just play a lot quicker than they want to.
Yeah.
Especially down by 2, so some of these routes need to work out and work very quickly, because HyDra's going to wrap all the way to the backside of Delhi, but that score, they're going to completely continuously be the aggressors. Everyone's in their spawn, but no one has the AP.
Yeah, they've got the kills they need, but you're right. And look at the spawn right now for Thieves. Thanks to Mercules' position, LA spawns in a weird spot over towards Motel, but Scrap has the read on it, finds the kill. Now it's just out of running it forward over towards A. OpTic still spawning relatively close. Are there nades to slow this down? Scrap taking his time, but a little coloring outside the lines for Huke allows him to shut down the EMP carrier. Second life for the OpTic defense, and it comes through flawlessly. 3-0 to OpTic, minute 15 and a half, and Mercules be a primary for him. 3 in a row for Dashy. 50 seconds of the clock off the reset. Scrap, nice timing on that little play over towards the P3 pitch. Shuts down a couple of OpTic players, but the response is flawless. You deal with the trades. Now you've got Huke trying to play forward, but he's been read, dealt with, and Mercules will drop the EMP. There's a chance here for Thieves. They're going to get all 4 down with the stagger, and they've got enough spawn positioning to force OpTic to spawn towards B. Can you get this over the threshold? Huke with the stop. Trophy system keeps the Semtex safe, but Dashy and the rest of OpTic are here. And it's just down to making sure Scrap doesn't do a miracle play, and he will fall. 18 seconds until we see a first half overtime.
Yeah, all it takes is 1 kill every single time. When you are getting a 4 dead and you're allowing the opposite to come off the respawn and get that initial kill, all it does is slow you down. And that time it was the nuke from top blue window. Gets 1 kill, teammates come off spawn, they get another goal line stop. Now OpTic have an opportunity in the extra overtime to get another score.
4, and this has to lead to a score for Thieves.
Yeah, this has to. This has to. Trophy systems are going to be down for OpTic, so stuns and nades aren't going to be as impactful, but they find 2 kills. Shotzzy with the M15, Mercules with the M15, and now aBeZy is forced to back up.
And on the other side of the map, oh, you do get Nium to spawn close to those eliminations. So here you go. Could be a chance to run things right through the mid-cut. Shotzzy only had an angle for a couple. HyDra trying to play his life. Stuns out. Able to find Shotzzy. That will lead to aBeZy getting the score.
Earlier to start the day. When you're that EMP carrier, your teammates all drop towards Motel. You need to back up and value your life. Set up for the next play, and thankfully it works out for LA to get their first score. But now you instantly got to be put on defense. Got to clutch up in these fights. Nium whips out an extra NPC in this side of the map specifically. I heard Joe talking about it yesterday, just to be in the engagements, and the goal line stop comes in.
Well, here we go. Scrap has found 1 over towards this B point. Holding down the trigger. He's going to grab Huke while he tried to challenge.
The map, Scrap and HyDra combined for 2, but Dashy strikes and slows them down. Now it's on HyDra. How long can he hold this power position? Because you know OpTic are going to try to sniff you out.
Oh, he's able to slip away from a couple of OpTic defenders. EMP under threat of possibly being reset, but the shots to Dashy are great. Mercules, oh, a little bit of extra defense by way of trophy systems. Gives them another lease on this extra goal line stand. Scrap trying to force it, but will be stunned. Cannot get there. 30 seconds on the clock. OpTic in control and trying to gain some space between the EMP and the goals.
Yeah, they're just trying to take it over towards plain side. That's where they want to continuously have this fight, because you can get those backstream spawns and always get put into that next situation of waves. But with only 10 seconds left, this is LA's last push.
Yeah, Nium sees Mercules over towards top green. But the reset, like you call, comes out. Defending it would be Huke. He's able to win the gunfight, and that will do it. Oh, so close for Thieves. They had the right position. Let's get into it. It's going to be Mercules for the first blood. Nium locking down Statue side, while the rest of Thieves just run rampant through P1. That will work out nicely for some opening time for LA. OpTic stabilizing, though, off the respawn. Already found a couple of kills, and will actually repossess Statue cleanly with this. HyDra in some trouble. A little delayed nade toss in the hardpoint, though, works out for 1. The SMG for a second. And even though spawns have moved, LA still find themselves in the hill.
Yeah, they're still finessing. They're still slaying around this mid-map area. And now, with somewhat stack control, you're not going to allow OpTic any time here. But you lose all the reinforcements on that side of the map. Now OpTic flip the spawns and are in control to win the rotation to next.
Looking good, looking good. Dashy with the read down towards Statue, in some trouble here. Able to find 1 before aBeZy gets involved, but he can only do so much. Long route, though, developing for Nium. That will make a mess of the spawns right before the hardpoint opens up, leaving Mercules by himself. He'll grab 1. Nium will follow with 3 in a row in total, and Scrap's position top P1 has LA in control of the second hill.
Yeah, that's so tough, because Mercules, he was thinking, all right, maybe I can get behind this next HP, but as soon as that HP pops, the contest goes down, and obviously he hears someone behind him, but then LA Thieves also where someone is still very close by, so you take care of him, you lock down the back spawn, and now you're forcing OpTic all through the front, and this is working out to perfection so far.
Sure is, but HyDra's double gets cut down, and Thieves will actually be bounced out of the hill, so A bit surprising to say the least that there was so much success considering LA was pretty much prepared for that hit. Now Shotzzy's turn from the same position that HyDra was in, and with the help and support of Dashy, all 4 Thieves members will fall, and OpTic will actually have the first steps over towards P3 as well.
Kills over the rotation. Who at 17 HP is able to win the gunfight through bottom green. So rotation secured by OpTic. Now how long can they hold?
Just down to this next set of gunfights, and HyDra just pushes right on into the fray. Didn't have a lot of help to make that break come through. Huke watching the pinch, and he will get a read just while LA were trying to set up their full execute onto the hardpoint itself. aBeZy finessing, playing his life for what feels like forever, but OpTic will eventually get the kills they need to stabilize the touch. Spawns will move just a little bit here as Dashy finds the final 1v1 over the time. And OpTic will, have the perfect reads, knowing that there could be players inside a tunnel. Dashy keeping the hot hand from what he had of the overload. 11-6 start. Gives a little bit more scrap time battle for OpTic, who now will just kind of back off and play for the P4 setup.
So far, OpTic have been banking on the rotation. Thieves have been banking on their break attempts. Only a 10-point difference, though, but now backside of yellow, they still have the back spawns, and now all of Thieves through the front.
Yeah, Nium was expecting Shotzzy, I think, to try to back all the way to block the spawns. Didn't actually happen. He gets caught by surprise with a hit from the front. It started to develop nicely. aBeZy 2 on the entry, making 3 with the pistol, and the 4th was also tallied. So again, Thieves in the blink of an eye, looking like they were going to be hard pressed to find a break. Don't even just get into the hard point. They also flip the spawns. There's still 30 seconds to earn here.
And they have all the information that they want. Another player working on the OE, so it's aBeZy's job to locate where Shotzzy is. As he's going back and forth, where his teammates are uncontested at the time, but Shotzzy stalls out the game for so long.
Yeah.
Eventually he's going to be able to strike, but his teammates are still not yet fully here.
Yeah, and that's the big problem is, yes, the finesse is nice, but Thieves just never really deterred or even contested on the time. Are going to exit this first set up a little over 20 with an SMG out. He's able to find one. Nium locking things down with the AR. The pistol shots come through, and he's combining with Scrap. Will get OpTic out of the hard point, out of statue, and will allow LA to get close to the 100-point threshold, if not above it.
OpTic are one of the top teams that we have in hold percentage on HP specifically. These first attempt break opportunities cannot consistently keep on happening because Thieves are just roaring with confidence. They are dominating statue control, and even though aBeZy's on 3 in a row, even though you're in towards the time, the game just hasn't been comfortable because it can't quickly take care of them.
You just forgot, I think, for time, how onerous aBeZy can be when he's got a fast-running SMG. Absolute gut check speed, 17 and 12. OpTic in some trouble here, but are looking good for the scrap and likely the spawns for new. Yeah, those extra kills will make sure of it. So we'll see if OpTic can find a way to reclaim.
They're gonna make front. I'm pitching tunnel. Watch time it. I'm ironing in there. I'm ironing in there.
They could pitch our main, boys, right?
Yeah. One shot, 1 2 at a time.
Yeah, going one outer.
Hold the back. Hold the back. Alright, they're watching that. All good. Yeah, close front. Yeah, close front.
Front time, Ernie.
They're close front. Spawn in the back. Top mid, luggage. Nice. I saw no lobby. Cider. I'm one shot. He's wall banging me. He's cider weak.
Where's statue? Statue 8.
Top corner. Two on time. Number one on time. I don't on time. Nice. Front Nium. Statue.
That's all you have.
Naded me.
Low statue. One's going tunnel. 3 at all. 3 statue. 4 statue. 4. I saw 4. I saw 4.
They're banging. aBeZy dead. Getting tagged out. Another one statue. Nium weak. I'm going now. They're gonna go new. Nice. Last guy, HyDra.
I have a hostage.
Alright, where are they spawning?
All yellow lobby.
You heard you. I have a trophy.
One statue. 100%.
Statue, one shot aBeZy.
We spawned up deep. They're both sides.
Statue's by himself.
Yeah, blue.
Spawn blue.
I got naked.
Spawn blue. Last guy's on time. They're spawning yellow now. Spawning your yellow. Watch your yellow.
I think they spawned blue.
I blue.
They're gonna be tunnel as well. I'm a tunnel.
Yeah.
Tunnel then.
I blue.
What's deep yellow? End lobby. Scrap. He's challenging me.
Pitching blue.
Yo, he's a break.
One shot blue.
He's close.
Close.
I
have a bullet boat.
I'm pitching chairs. Maybe a boat. What's chairs? Nium. He's close up chairs.
HyDra's dead.
No,
chairs, Nium. Chairs,
Nium. One shot, chairs, Nium.
That's fun.
Should take
I'm one time.
Chairs and boat.
Let's do something together. We spawn at old. What's Chelling old?
I spawned front new. I'm about to
like
do
blue
front new.
crate. Not blue crate, but like our stuff.
He's on new. He's banging.
Watch out,
He's banging in new, man. Lobby.
Creating a hostage, but another moment where he this feels like Thieves are out of the picture until someone pops off, and that moment is Nium. 6 in a row. Thieves win rotation to 4.
And what a moment there for the rookie. Finally, the Thieves win a rotation on this hard point, and this could not be any better of a hard point to do it at. 20 seconds already uncontested. You're forcing OpTic to consistently try to break their way through Statue because Nium, the young gun, has it locked down through mid.
Yeah, HyDra on 4 in a row. Damage out, looking for 5. No, somehow, some way, but does at least force the team kill. 23 seconds to fight for. OpTic desperately want it. Nium trying to get his way in, but a small pause out of Dashy has Shotzzy in a position to play up onto the hill, find the final kills, and it looks like the last 10 should benefit at least the majority of it towards OpTic's bank. So 150, 169, back over to P1, and OpTic are finding the kills on this exit from 4, so they're gonna have an opportunity to freely rotate
that old time to contest that side of the map, but they say screw Statue. They just fly right through the middle of the map. This is what Thieves have been doing all throughout this game, breaking through the front with the gunning that they have, but at least for OpTic, they stabilized.
Yeah, it's legitimately just, hey, pull out an extra SMG and let's just 4-man hit something with speed. And that's going to work out. Unreal, man. It's so simple. It's like Occam's razor to how do you break a hard point. All 4 of us run SMGs and just run through it. That seems to be a lot of the reasoning right now for Thieves in layman's terms. But we get to 180 to 167. OpTic will still get a couple of players to spawn towards P2. That will be made known with Scrap spawning out towards Old. It's 15 seconds on the P1 time. Shotzzy working on it. Good little finesse. Has some help as well from Huke. And OpTic will have a chance to determine how to play this setup as they try to rotate into the front side of the second hill. But Thieves don't deny it, and that's going to be an opportunity for them to set themselves up.
And now you got to hit these long routes if you are the nuke. Can you catch the timing or the beamer onto Nium to open up this lane? Pressure to the front, they do exactly that. Even though Huke doesn't only get 1 kill, he draws so much attention for that break for his team.
Problem is, though, Thieves will get a staggered spawn setup, and that will allow them to naturally pitch from the front with all the focus for OpTic being on winning the spawns. So now you got 30 seconds to fight for. OpTic really cannot forfeit this and concede. They have to try to play to break some of this time up, but aBeZy's created so much space. HyDra gonna try to follow up behind that, but gets caught. Opportunity here for OpTic. Scrap, Nium, the last one's left. They will drop it a late nade. Also puts aBeZy out of contest. Yes, it only feels like 15 seconds, but that is a lot of time for OpTic to get this thing back to within about 20 points.
Oh, and the nuke is able to slip by right through the pre-fire of Scrap to find that kill onto HyDra, so OpTic again in the driver's seat to win the rotation over towards New. A 20-point difference. You need to lock down this first break attempt, and it's all of LA going through tunnel.
A little bit of an aggressive shoulder, but the damage affords a couple of assists, and then Shotzzy, little drop shot peek over towards chairs will work out. LA spawning relatively close to her container, but Shotzzy beats the timing. He's got the SMG up and ready, but doesn't expect that HyDra was there. Merc able to get the counter. 5 in a row for him. Tie game, lead swap for OpTic late in the map.
Long routes are being cut down. Everything from OpTic Texas, they are aware of all these routes that could potentially be hit, and your ARs are locking down from the front side. Nium is able to get one on the pinch. HyDra also strikes from the front, but the ARs are still locking it down. OpTic still had 20 seconds to fight for.
And another Hellstorm gets earned, but aBeZy's double has Thieves trying to find a way to push through this time, but Shotzzy follows up with Huke, and that is a stonewall right through the middle of the map. 50-yard line contest in play. OpTic gonna get well over the 230 mark. They wipe the floor, and they should just breathe out here in the first 20 on 4.
Just the first attempt you need to shut down. You're already creating so much space, and now you're drawing the Hellstorm out of HyDra's hand. That's 1 gun away from this engagement, and you only need 5 seconds.
He can't get there. He can't get there. It's not able to find the right angle. Unreal stuff. Desperate call. Just
he's thinking Dashy with that jump peek spots him, so he's just gonna give up that space.
But Mercules over the top of the bomb will fall. And the weapon's been seen. Shotzzy in the corner. Had to watch a couple of things at once. And that's just enough for HyDra to scope the barrel. Now it's just down to Huke and Dashy for the 2v4. Nice shots from Scrap. Can't finish off Huke completely, though. Bomb is planted for the post-plant setup.
Dashy and Huke trying to clutch on up. Kyler's able to find the first. Still 30 seconds left to play with. Now they regroup.
And Huke's still showing some information here through dubbed windows. Oh, look at this opportunity for LA trying to retake through this, but Huke has done everything he possibly could. Dashy found Scrap behind the place, the 1v1 like you call. 17 seconds. Dashy has to go quickly. And playing inside is not what you want against the SM. Looked like HyDra and Scrap were trying to get through the A site. But OpTic will push them off that and force them into bricks. Shotzzy. Oh, you could feel it. He wants to try to find any possible window to jump in here. Nade cooked. Scrap takes a lot of damage, but the same can be said for Shotzzy. They don't expect HyDra in the corner, and HyDra turns that into 2. Oh, follow-up from Scrap is good. And now it's just down to Dashy. Pistol out. Smoke making a mess of the aim assisted Thieves. Clean start on both sides.
Just like they did in map 2.
Yes, sir. And I just love the timing of the commitment to get HyDra and Scrap over to A in the first place. It was late in the round, but setup works out nicely. Opening nade comes through. HyDra in some trouble, but is able to stay alive, just barely at 2 HP.
Oh, but Huke is able to find HyDra with the frag all the way across the map. Now it's a 4v2. You got Scrap trapped in a corner. He is able to recover his health, but he's still trapped.
Nade over the top, pushes Shotzzy off the bomb. Nium takes care of Dashy through mid, but yeah, Scrap just had to create something and gets caught. Now it's just down to Nium, both weapons to play with. 43 seconds, plenty of time, but you need to find somebody quickly, and that little shoulder from Huke will allow the defense to play a little bit more suffocatingly, and yeah, Huke will just back off.
Advantages, especially on the offense. There's so many angles you have to clear out before you even think that objective is going to be safe. But the shoulder is going to get thrown there from HyDra. You're going to force the reposition, and now OpTic are just going to hit him with a different play call.
Smoke comes out. Shotzzy making noise at B. Has the defense very interested. But look at this route from Scrap. Out of mid, through A, and he's going to give a lot of certainty and validation to this LA defense that they can hold crossfire positions around B. That's going to work out for HyDra's first. Huke trying to find the trade, will confirm one. Up and over towards Barn. Can't quite get in towards the top of the ladder, but Dashy's watching over the top of it, and now it's down because can Scrap find the exit? He's got Dashy in his line of sight, but only gets a couple of tags. That's not going to be good enough. We'll go 2v3, but Scrap's in trouble now.
Yeah, now they're just going to back him down. He's waiting for Nium now to assist him in this engagement. He's still yet to locate anyone.
Old shell from Shotzzy, just trying to look for timing, gets caught, and that's a free first blood for LA.
And now you can take your time if you are LA. But you know OpTic are going to look to make up for it in the numbers, so you can catch them on the rotation, potentially in their setup, and Scrap for now has info onto the nuke. So the maximum they can be is 2 players at the B site. We got 4 guns. Yeah. Let's go.
Yep. Pressure on the Mercules from top arm. He's already taken a considerable amount of tags and damage. aBeZy hunting. Just barely misses an opportunity. Bomb is planted. Trophy system down for Thieves top barn. And you have to get something out of Dashy on this pinch if you want to try to free up any space on this post play.
Yeah, with the longer he's waiting, the more beneficial it is for LA. The nuke is going to be able to find one. Not going to get traded as well, but they do locate Mercules. Now it's Dashy left in a 1v3 with 20 seconds. Does find the first, but quickly needs to locate the other 2.
Yeah, and play for... Oh, Mercy. What a jump peek. Shotzzy in some trouble, though. Has to use his smoke early in the round. 60 seconds still to play for, and OpTic just don't have any room to work with.
They have nothing, and it all initially starts by just Scrap showing facing towards 10. Also strikes for that first blood. Now OpTic forced to commit over towards trains with their aggression. Mercules makes it a 3v3.
Oh, but a response from HyDra with the SMG at range will work. He's going to smoke out the angle. Nium, meanwhile, on the cross is good. And then right on through the smoke, HyDra just runs it down. And there's first blood. I won't say purely because of that, but whoa. HyDra, aBeZy, good team shots come through. Keep the numbers in favor of 3v2.
And they already spot Shotzzy towards the middle of the map. He has to invest the smoke for a chance at staying alive, but aBeZy's gonna fly on in. Now it's a 1v3, all left up to Huke, but this is the bomb carrier, the most important kill on the round, and he gets it and gets out.
If only barely.
Oh my God.
Nium collects the bomb. Oh, and they pass like 2 ships in the night. Information gain. And Huke will have to try to play this one outright against the post plant in the 1v2.
Yeah, and Scrap's possible all the way across the map as well, so he has the indication. Palm is 100% going down. Now you got 40 seconds.
Gonna kill the noise, try to create a little bit of doubt that he's maybe going around the world here behind Barn. It'd be Nium who's the one largely responsible for that pinch.
Maps.
Oh. Feels that way. Shotzzy at 1 and 6 is not something we often see. Having a tough time getting any early success is OpTic. nade stuns, trying to isolate and clear space around the B point. Shotzzy, good information. Can't win the gunfight though. Scrap comes away with first blood. OpTic are committed, and this is just frustration. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Thieves take down the green wall, and they've got a mind with Miami.
There's no doubt in my mind we're going to see both of these squads on a lot of championship Sundays to end out the rest of the season. But just the way that LA were able to manipulate not